Hello and welcome to Arguing Ever After. I'm Luke, and this is my fantastic redhead bride, Amber.
Hello.
Together, we're the Lord and Lady who lock horns,
The Count and Countess of Contention,
the Duke and Duchess of Disagreement,
and the King and Queen of Quarrels. In this podcast, we bicker about all things, big and small, and we let the audience vote determine who the winner is.
Many of our topics are frequently submitted by our listeners, which we like. So if you have something you want us to battle about, please share it with us at arguingeverafter@gmail.com.
All right. For our 35th episode,
Is that a milestone?
Are we 35? Yeah, we're 35. I don't know. It is to me.
It's a milestone in life.
Is it?
I think that's when you're like officially an adult.
Okay.
Oh, am I wrong?
I don't know.
I mean, legally it's 18.
I mean, I feel like, isn't that when you're really middle-aged? You're starting to be middle-aged?
Ew. What?
Just kidding. Not at all. No.
That's you stop it this instant.
Okay. Well, anyhow, we have a new country. It's been a bit. We have listeners now from Chile.
Or Chile, if you want to say it like they say it.
I would love to, but
you
I do not have the ability
attempt
to.
accents.
I'm terrible at it, and I would
It's
be
funny when
insulting.
you do any accent. It's very rare, but
I don't think I ever do it.
you don't.
Okay.
But you slip into it by accident, like when we're in Mexico.
Noah. No way.
You just said Noah.
No. Only accent I do is Minnesotan.
Yeah, you got that one.
That's it.
It comes out.
But what do we do in honor of our new countries, Luke?
We say hello in their native tongue. So to you there in the beautiful country of Chile, hola.
Yes. Welcome to our podcast. Welcome back, because I know you're tuned in for another episode. So.
Bienvenido aquí.
Okay. Good.
That was
here. Good to have you here.
Well, welcome here, sort of directly translated.
Sure.
It's sort of like welcome back.
Okay. There you go. There you go. We've been places where they speak Spanish, and I don't speak any Spanish, but
I do.
Luke does, so he is our interpreter.
But not like well.
I mean,
I'm certainly not fluent.
Well enough. Better than me.
Well enough. Like I could survive if we were dropped in a Spanish-speaking area enough to get like just the basics out of like where is this thing or where do I go next?
Donde está la baño?
El
Okay, but I feel like they'd get the hint.
baño.
I feel like they would be
Yeah,
like...
they'd probably get it.
Yeah, and they'd be like, well, clearly
Yeah.
those two things you could be looking for, the beach or the bathroom, and you're pale, so you must need the bathroom.
Exactly. And the beach.
And, well, I know, every time we go...
They would think you needed the beach. And you would not.
Yeah, and we've gone several times to places like Mexico, and they always think that we just got there. And I'm like, no, I've been here for a week. And they look at me and they're like,
Yeah.
No, you sure? You sure you've been here for a week? Yep. This is as dark as I get.
I was just talking to one of our friends about how we vacation and how when we first went on our like true first adult vacation that wasn't our honeymoon when we went to Mexico, we quickly realized that we were different vacationers. And over years and years of travel, I've realized that your way is more fun.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Relaxing on a beach has its merits, but you know, you can relax really anywhere. You know what you can't do anywhere? Discover the local culture and food.
Yes. Those are two very important things I like to do when I travel. But yeah, I totally agree. I can relax anywhere. And I feel like when I'm on vacation, I go to bed earlier anyhow. So the concept of needing to like just lay down, I do that earlier in the evening.
You do not. On vacation?
I don't stay up late.
You absolutely stay up late on vacation.
I don't think I do.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Let's go on vacation and test it out.
Oh, we can't for a while.
I know. Boo-hoo.
I know. We're working way too hard on this podcast. No time for sleep.
That's the fakest thing ever.
No, but your time off is limited, and I feel like you maybe would be a little ornery if I went on vacation without you.
Oh my goodness. You would never.
I don't know the answer to that, but I have never. How was that for an answer for you?
That's, I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
You traveled without me,
For work.
not just for work, for family reasons.
For family reasons.
Yes, because a lot of your family is all over, and if you needed to see them, you would
That's
go
not,
to see them.
I mean, I love my family, but that's not vacation.
I mean, okay,
I guess it is for a lot of people, probably.
All right. I would say we've definitely gone and visited your family and counted it as vacation.
We have?
Sure.
Huh.
Sorry, some of us don't have that rich go anywhere anytime vacation. Sometimes you got to multitask when you're
Oh, I guess
going
we have
somewhere.
multitasked, like Salem and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
You know what they have in Salem?
No,
Witches.
they do.
You know what they have when we go to the ocean?
No.
The ocean.
Okay. Wow.
I was teeing you up.
I don't think it actually worked.
Not taking the bait? Okay, we'll keep talking.
No, I don't think it worked.
They don't know what's going on anyway.
I mean, so here's the thing with knowing how to segue.
We don't. I don't.
I think you might need some lessons. Maybe,
Okay.
Maybe some lessons in it, you know. Speaking of lessons, when I was a kid, one of my favorite things I had in school was this additional class because I was so smart.
You segued so hard.
I know.
Do tell us.
Yeah. So I got to take these additional classes because I was so smart in elementary school to learn about these interesting things that you wouldn't normally get to learn about in elementary school.
In elementary school?
Elementary school, yes.
Wow.
So one of the things we learned about, and maybe one day we'll talk about, is the Bermuda Triangle. That was one of our lessons.
Mon ami,
Okay.
do you remember the Bermuda Triangle, Devil's Island,
I don't.
the Addams Family?
I don't remember this in there. Yeah.
What?
Sorry, I apologize.
Gomez professing his love for his wife?
Okay.
Okay.
So that was one of the things, and that's a whole. I learned a lot about
Somebody
the
out
Bermuda.
there right now is ashamed of you.
I'm a little ashamed of me too. But then another thing we learned about was the pyramids. A lot about Egyptian, ancient Egypt, which is something I'm still interested in today.
Yeah.
Another thing I got to do was we made a play. But the thing that I think is perhaps the most timeless and seems to hit everybody, maybe not, maybe I just think that it does, was Greek mythology.
I'm pretty sure that's a big deal for most European descended countries and peoples.
Yeah, it's...
I feel like it might not be that deep into like South America, Africa. I mean, technically they're sort of European mixed with... Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just found it very fascinating. And I find it interesting today, our child, who is, I guess child, she's not really a child, but she's our child, is really into a lot of Greek mythology with the release of...
Epic the musical.
Epic the musical.
There it is. Big deal with the kids. Some kids?
Some kids,
Theater
yeah.
kids?
Theater kids, yes,
Yeah.
yes. If you haven't heard it, okay.
You could if you want. There's a lot of singing. It's very operatic and dramatic and Broadway-ish.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting. But like, if you have heard it, you've heard it probably more than you even care to.
That's true.
But it's good music in there, and I think it's kind of a fun way for younger people, I guess, to learn the story of Odysseus and all of that. But it just takes me back when she talks about it, and I have my opinions that I've developed over the years, and she has hers, and there might be a little bit of some artistic direction taken in Epic the Musical that maybe for sure didn't happen in the Odyssey, but
That's true.
you know, there's interpretations of everything, and that's part of it, but just interesting.
I loved Greek mythology. I still do.
I do too.
Learning about it, talking about it, thinking about it. We both happen to wear shirts today that work for it. Yours is better. I mean, good eye roll.
Way
for you
better.
audio folks, you just missed a deep eye roll. It was solid. I'm wearing a Nike shirt
Yeah.
from the shoe company.
That's a stretch.
No, it's not. Nike was the goddess of triumph.
I know, but you're
daughter
not.
of the Titan of battle.
You didn't buy a Nike shirt
That's
because
true.
you liked.
But I guarantee you they named it Nike for that reason.
Probably.
I mean, their motto is just do it.
Maybe it's because the owner was Sir Nikkei, and they're like, cool.
Could be. I think it's actually pronounced Nikkei, but like the Greek.
I don't speak Greek.
Right, neither do I.
It's actually all Greek to
If
me.
there's any Greek people listening or ever listen to this, they'll know by the end of this that we do not have the right words and accents.
Right. No, and that's okay. We are just two people mislearning everything and remembering all the things that we may or may not have taken in. So, I mean, like the educational factor we've said is not very high. Sometimes we have some facts in here.
I mean, I feel like maybe not a lot of people or some people didn't know that Nike was the goddess of triumph until just now.
I would say.
And triumph in many ways, not just contest in battle, but like excellence in arts and music.
Every time I hear the word triumph,
Do you think of the motorcycle?
No.
Huh. That's okay. You were going to say something else. You go.
I think of Triumph, the dog, the comic dog.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a thing.
I mean, that's real long ago, I think. But it was the whole for me to poop on guy. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't like that word. I didn't like the comic dog. Was it the comic dog?
Triumph, the insult comic dog.
Yes.
It really wasn't great, but for some reason it was like famous.
It was. And for you young folk who never heard of this.
You didn't miss much.
No, you didn't.
No.
It was not. But it was.
I think of the motorcycle when people say Triumph.
Really?
Or sometimes the cars.
Okay, well, apparently I think pop culture must rub off more on me than it does on you.
Automotives always will rub off more on me.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you were talking about, and when we were in high school, we were talking about learning about Greek mythology. Mm-hmm. I took a mythology class, and I think you may have been in it, but I don't remember.
I definitely took one, and I also sadly don't remember if you were in it. Oh, high school.
Oh, yeah.
Can we blame this on just our memories are fading because we're past the middle age of 35?
I think so. I think that's fair.
There were probably other circumstances. I feel like we would have been in the same class together, though, because we were in the same grade, and the odds that they offered it...
You could take it whenever.
Maybe.
Yeah, you could. I don't know. I don't know if we took it together or not, but I don't know. I actually, it's one of those places, too, with Greece where I'm like, I don't know if I want to visit there. There's a lot of things that might be interesting.
Oh, I totally want to go to Athens and see, like, the Parthenon and...
Yeah, but, I mean... Maybe. There have been lots of places I've gone to that I didn't really care to go to because I was like, it's just like DC, right? I never cared to go to DC.
But you liked it.
But when I went there, I was like, wow, this stuff actually all looks like the pictures, IRL. Which
you
was
had
just
more
amazing.
than that happen to you.
Well, we visited your family. No, it was nice. I mean, I also liked...
You had some patriotic thoughts and feelings.
I don't know if I had patriotic thoughts and feelings.
About
That's
our
a little strong.
beginnings?
What I did have, no.
About our ideals?
No, I think...
nothing. Just
I think you put
Lincoln?
more...
Lincoln.
No, I was surprised.
Giant Lincoln statue.
I was surprised how much I was like, dude, that is like on the back of the penny. No
Sure
doubt.
is.
No doubt. It truly is.
Wow.
But what I really liked about DC...
He's also on the $5 bill.
For people who know me, this isn't a
$5?
surprise.
It is the $5 bill. I think that's right. Okay.
You know that time when you're having two separate conversations and you're just down those roads? Well, anyhow, what I did like about DC was that you could go to all the museums for free, in quotations.
Free.
Because you're already paying for it in your taxes.
Right.
And most vacations cost a lot of money for all the admissions and things. So I really appreciated that a lot. And I like museums a lot. I really do like learning what I want to learn and experiencing what I want to experience on my terms. That might be why school, when we can't remember if we were in the same classes or anything, might be a little bit more difficult.
Our terms were on different levels or wavelengths?
Yeah, I think so.
I've always been really into like any stories about mythology or like the stories that are the big ones, like gods, goddesses, epics, stuff like that has always been and still is quite meaningful to me.
Well, it's that saying, one person's myth is another person's religion. So,
I've never heard that,
Oh, really?
but I agree.
I think I heard that probably in as early as elementary school when I was learning about
You might
Greek
have.
So it's an interesting thing
Are there still people that actively practice like Greek religion as a religion? Does it have a name? The Olympians? What do you call it?
I guess I didn't
Like,
show up
is
that
Zeus
day.
God and like Hera is the queen of the gods?
I don't know that there is. Now, that's a really good thing if we were to utilize our other device.
I mean, I will say Catholicism took over.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that entirely the rest of it's gone. I bet you there is. There's probably
Why
like a religion of the Greek, the Olympians. It's got to be the Olympians, right?
Yeah. You know what? The Illuminati, I feel like they're probably into.
Maybe. Hey, if we get another just Illuminati, if you're still listening,
Of course they are.
drop
We
us
are.
drop us a line.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. I don't know. I feel like there's probably someone who still believes it or has, like maybe they have some superstitions around
I could get
it.
into believing it. I'm easily swayed to believe things.
You are very easily.
I'm into belief and faith. It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah. I'm into appreciating other people's beliefs and faith. But there's so much there and there's so much history. Like,
Yep.
I mean, I find it, that's what I think is interesting is how long it must have taken to come up with all these stories. Because there's endless stories.
Oh, it's crazy.
I cannot imagine like someone.
Do you think they have the most, or maybe Hindu? No, Hindu probably has more because they have I think they have over 100 gods.
You know what? Again, the Google would
We're not
help
supposed
us
to
with
say
that.
the word.
I say it all the
Let's
time.
not. We don't want to trigger anything.
It's fine. It will be fine. And if
Okay.
we do whatever, and if we trigger it on other people's devices, right now they're getting a
I've
log
had that
thing.
happen before where I'm listening to something and somebody says the word and then whatever device I'm on is like, oh, what do you want to talk about? Which is why I tell you not to do it. It's so distracting. You're like, oh, stop it.
So it's like Voldemort, the word that must not be said.
No, because he was like an evil dark lord that killed a bunch of people and
I don't know.
the search engine, it searches.
Some people might say AI is a little evil. Some people might not. There's people on both sides of that spectrum, and that's a fight for another day for us.
We could debate it. I mean,
Oh, it's on the list.
okay.
I have lots of opinions.
I have some too.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't have any more opinions about AI, but I do have a question for you, Luke.
Already?
I think so.
OMG. Okay, let's get into it. Here we go. Okay. This is maybe a record.
Is it?
We're going to have the longest debate in history.
Okay, I love it. I love it.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for in this corner, claiming to weigh in at 135 goddess-like pounds, we have the sparkling deity, Amber.
Yes. And in this corner, we have Luke, who is like almost 100% recovered. I'm going to say he won't say that at all. But he's
I
coming in.
appreciate the optimism.
I mean, you seem better.
That's great. I'm
seem
still
better.
just for our video friends. This is one of them grabby sticks
Sure.
you use because you can't bend over.
But mentally, you seem better. So that's
I
me.
do. I feel less challenged in my daily livings.
I think you're feeling stronger because your numbers are coming up.
Oh, good. Let's feel stronger a little more.
So Luke we have 8 ties, right?
8 ties.
That's our total right now.
Our early days were mostly ties.
Well, we had a lot of ties. And then I have 14 wins.
That's a lot.
But Luke has climbed up again to 11 wins. So that's why I
11.
think you're feeling strong.
And if any of you sleuths out there is doing math, yes, that's more than 35. Because we had a couple of unmarked bonuses thrown in there.
No, it's not more than 35.
Isn't it?
All right. Sorry for you people who can do math. That is not accurate.
What did you say?
We're fact. We're
I thought it was
fact-checking
36 because of the live show.
Oh, no. Don't just know that I've
We
won
graduated
more.
high school barely.
Oh, whoa, nope. This is you're the one who's doing the math.
I was throwing you under the bus with me. If I'm going down, you're coming too.
No.
30. I don't even remember what you said.
Yeah.
30, 35,
Anyhow,
8.
So we're gonna go back to the
Okay.
question. So
I
I have
give
a
up.
question for you.
Please ask it.
So we were talking about mythology. Then
We
we got a little sidetracked and had to kind of bring it back to mythology.
Okay.
Because my question's very pertinent about it.
Good.
Of all the characters who we've learned through mythology, Greek mythology, we're
Keeping it in the Greek lane.
We're staying in Greece because I think we want to keep other localities open for other days.
Yeah,
right? 'Cause
I'd love to do some research on Hinduism and
there's
Buddhism and okay. Anyway,
there's
sorry.
so much mythology
many.
out there.
Yep.
And maybe we can do a little bit of teaching, right?
Yeah,
Or learning.
I'm ready.
I don't know if it will be both, but
Okay.
maybe it will be. But my question is to you: of all of the Greek stories,
Okay.
excluding gods, because that'll probably be another episode.
That's got to be another whole category. No gods. Okay.
Yep, no gods.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite character and why?
Well, let me tell you and the people.
Yeah.
Okay, so my favorite is Hercules. I had a little internal debate. I shared with you some of my thoughts.
Yep.
And it's hard because, I actually really do like a lot of the stories and a lot of the heroes and a lot of the heroines. And I come back typically to,
I just had a memory.
Okay.
Do you remember the Hercules show
Oh, for sure.
with Minnesota's own Kevin Sorbo?
Absolutely. He went,
Yeah. But you know
went a
what?
little off the deep
We
end.
didn't know before the internet. We didn't know.
That's true.
Yep.
We just reveled in his wonderful acting. He did have nice, big, oily muscles, didn't he?
He did. He was
Yeah.
a little oily
Yeah.
in general. Okay, sorry. That was just
Oh, you just wanted to bring up that there was once a TV show? It was a great TV show.
It was a great TV show.
And
yeah.
alongside it, because there was Greek mythology had a moment.
It did. I
And
hope it comes
Xena,
back
the
a lot.
warrior princess,
Oh,
which was your
loved her.
jam. And then we
Loved
both
her.
crossed over and started watching them together.
Yeah.
And then the shows crossed over a bunch of times.
They did.
It was great.
I think Xena was technically a spin-off of Hercules. Well, of course it would have been
Okay, whatever.
with her chakra.
I don't know why that's a. Oh my God, you're so with the jokes.
They come for the jokes, Luke. and
For you
no
audio
one gets
listeners,
them.
if any of you didn't get that, the spin off was the. Oh my God, she had a circular weapon and she would throw it, and it was like a
She would.
boomerang, and it would come back.
Yes.
You're welcome, I guess.
Yep. Oh, that was deep.
Could have kept that to yourself, huh?
I mean, I didn't. You noticed
Just
it.
felt like it was the time.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
I had no choice. All right. Okay.
So Hercules.
Yeah, Hercules.
Not Kevin Sorbo. I just want to be super clear that we're talking about
Yep.
the Hercules of legend. Okay.
Yes.
So he, not technically a god, okay? I think there's some versions of his story where he gets turned into a god at the end of his life or something weird, but he was immortal. Son of Zeus, but not he didn't have the godlike powers where you could, whatever the gods do. I don't know, all this stuff. He couldn't manipulate the mortal mind. And anyway. So, the reasons in my mind that he is my favorite, and of course all of this mythology is up for interpretation. So we don't know how much of it is true. I imagine, like most myths, some of it is rooted in truth. Because why would it be a story that lasted the ages if it wasn't? Okay, you're gonna. Yep, I think I really think all myths that last that long probably have some truth in them.
Okay.
And some valuable truth even. So, he had a couple semi-famous things and like really strong, like, oh, he was really strong, but he had some really strong like stories that bring me in. So one of them is Hercules at the Crossroads, which is I think it was I don't remember the Greek. Well, anyway, there was an Athenian philosopher that like made this famous back in like the, I don't know, 400 or 500 BCE. Anyway, Hercules at the Crossroads. He is at literally a crossroads, and he is confronted with two choices from two gods. One is, and I don't know their Greek names, but one is vice, and that's his first offering. He is offered the road of ease and comfort and pleasure, having whatever he should desire in life without having to do work, essentially.
Okay.
And then he is offered another road by another god, virtue, who, and vice is like very godlike and shiny and,
Sure,
attractive and whatever. And
Yep.
virtue is more like toned down and drab and austere. And virtue gives him the choice to travel the other road, which will be beset with challenges and hardship and toil, but will give him a life with purpose. And he immediately chooses that road. So that's one of the good stories that I like about Hercules, because he chooses a life of difficulty, knowing that that road would bring out his best characteristics and strengths, and that if he was going to have good things in life, he wanted to earn them.
Okay.
So I think that's pretty great. I mean, I think that's great for if anyone had a decision like that. I think there's plenty of us that would choose the easy way a lot of the times, but in the story of Hercules, choosing the hard way was one of the reasons he was considered great. Now his super strength on that road propelled him to the 12 challenges, which is another of his big stories. I don't remember all of them. I do remember a few of them. So one of them was that he had to kill the lion of, there was like a lion, a huge, like, giant sized lion terrorizing some town or city. And was it Thrace? I don't know. Anyway, I can't remember all the details. But so, and there was no weapon that could pierce its hide. And so Hercules wrestled the lion and choked it and saved the town.
Poor kitty.
Yes, indeed. But it was like eating, babies and women and
Babies and women.
and adults. Yeah, it was a giant carnivorous lion. Anyway, so he did that. That was one of his challenges that I remember, and that has some honor in it to be a protector. He's known as a protector throughout his mythology.
Yes.
He also had, I think, another one involved like a giant boar or bull. Not the Minotaur. Somebody else beat the Minotaur. Anyway, and in a similar fashion, due to his magnificent strength, he defeated the creature and protected the people. And most of his challenges were something like that. It was like defeat this enemy that's undefeatable to protect the people. The probably most famous one was the Hydra, the three-headed monster that couldn't be killed because it always regrew its head, even if you cut its head off. And he figured out that he could cut its head off and then cauterize the wound with a torch. So he burned the ends of the heads of the Hydra off, or the necks, I guess. And so then it couldn't regrow, and he beat it. And so that's like another, there's so many stories about Hercules. Those are some of the ones I remember. He's also known in both Greek and the Greek and the Roman stuff cross over quite a bit, but in both he's known as the protector of women in childbirth or something like that. That was something I learned in my recent research.
Weird.
Which is interesting.
Odd.
It's probably something to do with his strength and the defeating of these beasts and stuff, maybe.
This is odd.
Well, I mean,
I don't doubt it. It's just weird. Like, why would you have a...
Well, part of it, okay, so then another thing that Hercules is known for is his great loves.
Yes.
So he had two wives in his life. His first wife, Megara, or Megan, depending on what story you read, things get translated. They had a bunch of children, and they lived very happily, and he was living a mortal life, and I think he had been given the choice if he wanted to go with Zeus and be a god, and he turned him down or something and wanted to be immortal. Mortal, not immortal. And he was living this life, and then Hera, who hated Hercules because of, she hated Zeus, because Zeus cheated on her with a mortal, etc.
Many, many, many times.
Many times. Zeus was a bad cheater, and made Hercules. So she hated Hercules because Hercules was super strong, and he was being given all this praise by the people, and she thought he was terrible because he was begat terribly. So she is credited with killing his first wife, and maybe their children, but I don't know that detail. But for sure the wife. And so then he had another wife who he rescued. She was the princess or queen. It's either Dianara or Dionysus. Dionysus was a god, right? I think it's Dianara.
I think it's Dianara. Yep.
Anyway, so he rescued her from, again, some sort of, mythical
I think I remember
creature.
hearing Kevin Sorbo saying Dianara.
That checks out.
Yeah.
And so he rescued her, I think, as a princess from, it was like, not a minotaur. What's the horse with the man body?
A horse?
Centaur.
Okay.
Centaur. It was like a super strong centaur.
Which are good characters in Harry Potter.
Okay, well, this is not what we're talking about. So anyway, so he rescued her from the centaur, and then they fell in love and became married, and loved her dearly, and
I think you have.
They also had children. Are we arguing now?
I'm not arguing.
Okay,
no,
go ahead.
I'm helping you.
Well, I'm ready.
I'm helping
Let's go.
you.
Come on.
You forgot his first love.
Oh,
His mother.
okay.
Hercules' mother is why he was such a good person.
I mean, that makes sense, but I wasn't necessarily forgetting her, just that I was talking about his wives.
Well, you were talking about his loves, and the first woman he loved
you know
was
what?
his
When
wife,
he was a
or his
baby,
mom.
he killed some snakes that Hera sent to kill him.
Right.
I forgot that. But that checks out with a lot of his story, actually.
Yeah, that's why he was so caring. He had a good woman in his...
Absolutely, and he was so virtuous.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, and then some of the other stuff that he did in his life, and this one I think you will absolutely adore, and our viewers will absolutely adore.
Okay.
This
I'm
is
ready.
again
I'm
in
ready.
some of my research.
I'm ready.
He was once captured and punished by a queen named, I think it was Ormfella.
Wow.
Something like that.
Wow.
Who put him into service with her maids. And he, dressed as a woman in drag, and performed tasks with the servants of the queen, like I was like thread weaving and like basket carrying or something like that. So he served under a queen in drag for some time.
I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know that.
Hey, girl, hey.
Well, I mean,
But not the story is not that he did it begrudgingly. He did it, he embraced it.
Interesting.
Like,
Okay.
I think maybe he enjoyed his time
Good.
dressing up a little bit.
Good.
I actually think I semi-remember an episode of the show where he did that.
With Aeolus? I don't remember it, but I'll trust you.
Yeah,
Maybe that's where he met Aeolus, his best friend.
it could be. And I don't... Anyway, so that was another one of the stories that I thought was kind of funny. And, I mean, there's a couple, there's a bunch of other stories about Hercules, but, like, those ones, the big ones that stick out that, because oddly, I think I'd like to think I live in a way similar to that. Not that I'm...
Whoa.
Well, hold on. Bunch of little disclaimers. Not that I'm super strong or that I'm, like, traveling the world fighting demons, but, like, if I were given the choice today now between vice and virtue, I would pick virtue.
Sure.
And you believe that. And you just said that. I agree. But I mean that I would like,
Right.
and I like that that's one of the big stories of Hercules. And I like that he was a protector. I think that's a virtuous thing to do, to protect people who aren't so good at protecting themselves or
Yes.
who need more help.
Sure. Sure.
And I think that shows a lot of care and his devotion and non-cheatingness with his spouses, which I also find to be admirable as all get out, and that he was known for those things. I think that that's just great. So for me, that's my choice for a non-god Greek mythology character that isn't an animal. Those were our...
I know,
that's
so
how
much,
narrow we made the lane, because there's so much to talk about.
There's so much to talk about. And who knows? I mean, there might be people who are interested in some of this, and there might be people who aren't. I feel like people of our age who maybe dorked out to some of the TV like we did, right?
Maybe.
Like they're going to be like, I totally remember watching these shows.
You know what's really a bummer? I miss the shows, because again, we said Greek mythology had a moment.
Yeah.
I think learning through entertainment had a moment. Because come on now, Discovery Channel and Science Channel and Animal Planet and like most of that stuff's gone, and reality TV like took over so much.
I think, okay. I think there's some resurgences going on right now.
I hope so.
I mean, that Netflix series that we watched, I think it was Netflix.
I'm
about
watching
the
one right
gods.
now called The Sandman,
What was the
which
one
is
about the
about lots of
gods?
the gods.
No.
Oh, with Jeff Goldblum as Zeus.
Yeah, it was super good.
Was it called Olympus?
I don't know.
It was so good. I
was
wish it was
really
longer
good.
than one season.
It was really good.
Anyway.
So apparently, if you are wondering what we're talking about, just Google Jeff Goldblum and Zeus, and you'll find it.
Yeah,
right.
so good.
So that came back. There have been a couple things that I think have been pulled through. I think the experience of watching things has really changed. Whereas, like the competition and the amount of, I don't think that they need to spend as much resources in producing and coming up with all of these things, because there's so much they can watch, they're not expecting very much. That's kind of how I feel. I feel like there's just so many options. It's not that I have to choose, that there's just too many. I'm just spoiled with choice. There's just so many.
Okay.
I don't need to narrow it down to something that's great. Something that's fine will work, right?
Sure.
But back in the 1900s, when you had like 4 channels, like you had to make sure whatever it was really good.
25 or whatever the number
right,
was. Now there's
right.
like 1,000.
Who knows? And I mean, channels is one thing, but then streaming
the whole
services,
of the internet exists, right?
Right. So the competition isn't there's a lot of it, but I think they don't need to work as hard. And I could be wrong. I'm sure there are people who would be like, no, they have to work even harder to get people. But I don't think that they need to develop the storylines in the same way. And also, I don't think that they maximize like they used to. Because they were like, cool, we're going to do 8 seasons of this thing, and it's going to get crusty.
Now they do just 1 or 2 and they're out.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I would love a 3rd season, please,
I do appreciate the short ones, though, if they're just telling a story and they tell it.
Right. I like when when it says like Netflix says it's a limited series.
Yeah.
I like knowing that going in, because then I'm like, I don't have to worry about it. But when it's a matter of will it get picked up again, and they don't know that before the end, and they're kind of leaving a cliffhanger.
One of the ones I liked got dropped, and it's based on a book that I absolutely loved.
Yeah. Well, that's how it goes. Well, so anyhow, so I certainly watched a lot of the Hercules shows with you. And while I think Hercules was a good character, and I enjoyed the series only because it touched on a lot of the little stories that, you would learn about with Greek mythology.
Oily muscles. Nice long blonde hair.
You know what? I'm going to say, actually, if Kevin Sorbo is listening to this.
I doubt it, but okay.
I really doubt it. You know what? I'm going to not even listen to what Luke said. I would still want your autograph. Why not?
Okay.
I would.
Good.
Because you're a Minnesotan. I would still. I'm like, you know what? Because you did a good series back in the day.
He did.
It was entertaining. It was terrible, but it was good.
It was not terrible.
I mean, if you go back and watch some of that acting, it's
Well,
pretty.
but it, it was what it was.
It was what it was, and I enjoyed it for what it was at the
Yeah.
time. And that was before, like, we had all the CGI stuff. So,
Right.
they did some CGI though, or kind of maybe green screen. I have no idea
Yeah.
what they did, but
Yeah.
I do remember some of it. It just didn't necessarily look the realist. But more importantly, what Hercules brought to me
Okay.
was Xena, right? Like,
Yeah.
that was a great character.
Didn't know that was.
What?
I didn't know that was from Hercules, but okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It spun off. A warrior princess, right? Like,
Sure.
an Amazon, all these things.
Yeah.
I think was pretty great.
Oh, that was one of his 12, something about the Amazon queen, Hippolyta.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something about her was one of his 12 labors, or
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You don't remember.
Yep.
Anyhow, that's probably when they met. I don't know. Because I don't actually think that I could be wrong. I don't remember ever learning about Xena in any of the Greek mythology stuff that I learned.
You could be right.
And right now, if I were to use my other device, I maybe would. But you know what? Where does the story come from? Who knows? Maybe there was some Amazonian princess warrior who was also out there fighting around the same time that that Hercules was, right? And maybe
Sometimes I forget that the Amazons of legend preceded the naming of the Amazon itself, like the rainforest.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, and that they were like Greek warriors, and they were all women, and anyway.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman came from there.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Heyo.
tight related things in there that I do like. But I mean, why wouldn't Ares have a daughter? Why not?
Sure.
Why wouldn't that be a story that could have happened? And why wouldn't someone else then, talk about a great story of this woman who, also did all of these wonderful things and saved people for whatever reason, but also was like able to fight and all of those things. 'Cause
Yeah.
why wouldn't you? You have gods and goddesses who have these abilities, and the concept of worshiping, a god because they're I don't even know how you decide that. Like, is it if you're a person and you're in Greek, like back in the day, how you decide
Back in Athens.
back in Athens, like just sitting there, with your toga. How do you decide, like, which god? I mean, are you born into this is the god who you worship? Or are you like, I'm totally into love, so Aphrodite, that's who I'm going to worship. Or I'm super into war, so let's go find Ares. Like, how did I that's something I wonder, and maybe after this I might research, but I also might not.
Okay.
So, if anyone wants to hold me to it, ask me in the comments. Amber, did you ever figure out why people had the temples of the gods that they went to? I don't know. Great question. Leaving it out there. May get answered, may not. If you know the answer, you can shoot that too. But anyhow, so I appreciated a lot of the stories with Hercules, but
boom, boom, boom.
I think Hercules, kind of set up well in life, right? Like if you think about it, he had a great mom who raised him right, but he also had all these great powers. I mean, like, this dude was privileged. If you
Stepmother
think about
tried to kill him for his entire life.
Okay.
Queen of the gods. Nothing.
No
Okay.
one's saying
Okay.
that people
I'm sorry.
who are
Your time.
privileged
Not my time.
don't have struggle.
Okay.
I'm just saying he had a lot of things that a lot of people didn't have, which could help aid him in his
That's true.
journey of doing good, which is great. It made him be more effective in the stories of a journey of doing good.
Yes.
Which I think is nice. But I have to think about a lot of Greek mythology there's a lot of, there's a word I'm looking for, and I'm probably not going to find it. But there is a lot of, like, sadness and darkness and tragedy. That's the word I was looking for, is tragedy.
Yeah, sure.
There's a lot of tragedy in there. And I think that's a lot of it is just a lot of lessons of things not to do, or ways to ensure, it just don't do that. Don't do that, right? Like we have it today with a lot of our nursery rhymes and stuff. Like essentially you learn, don't talk to strange wolves and walking down, walking while you're going to your grandmother's house. Like that's a lesson. You shouldn't do that, right? So there was a lot of that in Greek mythology. So I think considering that was more prevalent, I think, then I kind of I like looking into that side and not shying away from it, right? Like we love the glory stories, we do. But life's complicated. And I think even though I'm so glad I did not live back during that time, holy buckets.
Yeah. Talk about privilege. Look at us now.
Right, look at us now. I know. I think that keeping in mind what people had to live with and endure every day, while a lesson of hope is really important, but like daily, what do I need to know? How am I going to get by? All of those things. I think the tragedy might have held more importance for folks in all of that. So then I think about, okay, what character do we know who is really, larger than life? I mean, really, like still thought of today, so powerful in many ways. And what has a deeper meaning that maybe what's on the surface, maybe. Okay, I know that's disputable, but my favorite character, not god or goddess, like I get it, we're narrowing in, is of course Medusa.
Hence the shirt.
This shirt happened well before this topic ever came up for discussion. And I like Medusa for many reasons. But she's striking in many ways. Like, I mean, she's...
Snakes on the head, after all.
Snakes on the head, yeah. But like, I mean, there's a couple different stories and I like one version better than the other. And of course I do. That's going to be the one that I'll hold on to. But regardless of anything, I mean, she was a monster, right? And all she really just kind of needed to do was be left alone, as the monster character, right?
Okay.
She had sisters.
Were they also snake-headed?
Yes, and she was the only mortal one, and they were immortal.
Oh.
But that's one version.
Why was she the only mortal?
I don't know, because she was like, nobody liked that one. Medusa. I don't know. She wasn't favored. And that's the thing, too, that was really unfair, right? During Greek mythology, is there'd be favored ones.
Yeah.
And it was like, why? I don't know why this one wasn't favored. No good reason whatsoever, just you weren't born right, or whatever it is. I just don't like you, which I find really fascinating, because you could not be today. I mean, you could, but could you imagine a parent being like, no, I just don't like that kid?
There, in a lot of the older stories, they talk about the favored child.
Yeah.
Huh. Like even in humans.
Right.
That died off in the last 100 years or something.
I don't know. I mean...
50 years? Anyway.
Yeah. So it's just really interesting because you have the favored ones, all of that. So regardless of that portion, I think life might have been tragic for her in the fact that she didn't have the same powers as her sisters, if that's where she began. Now, there's the whole other story, and it is a later story, and I accept that it's a later story, but it is still an origin story of Medusa.
Okay.
And that would be of how she became Medusa. And a poet, it was a Roman poet, actually had written her story as how he had seen it. And he had seen, or how he had felt.
Name of the poet? No?
Don't ask.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sorry.
I
retract my question.
Why would you ever ask a question about who? For me. Like for you, sure.
I'm into the poets.
George? I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't know. Oh, that other guy. Never mind. I'm not going to get there.
Okay.
But he was on Full House. I feel like he might. No, he wasn't Roman. He was Greek. Anyhow, doesn't matter. What's his name?
Wow.
Doesn't matter.
Nope.
So what it's going to come to me tonight at like 2 a.m. I'm going to shout out John Stamos. That's who I was saying.
Wow. Okay, we have our first John Stamos reference.
It is.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. So when I wake up at 2 a.m. shouting, you're going to know it's not.
I'll probably sleep right through it.
You probably will. Anyhow, so what I really the version I like, because it is so realistic to the stories, is that this beautiful maiden went to go worship her god or goddess at the temple. And when she was there, tragedy befell her.
Okay.
She's there doing her right thing. Like, okay, got you. I got you, Athena. We're good. I'm like, praise to you, praise to you. And then this other slimy dude named Poseidon was like, oh, you're cute. I like you. And she's like, no, I'm here for my goddess. And he's like, I don't care. I'm taking advantage of the fact that you're here, and I will have my way with you.
That's messed up, bro.
It's so messed up. It's so messed up. And as punishment, Athena gave Medusa her snakes and cursed her, all of that.
Wait, Athena
I know, it's really messed up, right?
punished
Yes. Because here's the thing.
Medusa?
Here's the thing. You need to remember that the gods actually didn't care about people.
That's true.
They did not care.
They were, mostly not. They needed the mortals for their worship, but that was it.
Right. And they were very, very happy to smite people all the time. So like a lot of times they're like, oh, I'm not going to hurt. Like they didn't think of people as people or whatever. They didn't think of them. They were toys. So
Athena was the goddess of war? No.
There's lots of stuff, but like,
Battle?
yeah,
Wasn't she an
had
archer?
some fighting.
Wasn't
it
she
was like
the
hunter?
There you go.
Hunting, yeah,
Okay.
that's what it was. Anyhow, they didn't care about the humans really, but to get back at the other gods for their actions, their punishments would be towards the humans that they've decided are like their pets, right?
Oh, kind of like Hera went after Hercules.
Exactly.
I got it.
It wasn't that, that Hera actually cared at all about
So
Hercules.
Athena was like, oh, you think she's hot? Watch what I'm going to do. I'm giving her a snake head.
Well, she's like, how dare you, Poseidon?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, do that in my temple.
Now I will make your little fling into
I'm taking it away.
Snake hair.
Right. So, but I think that's sadly sometimes just reality for people, right? Like that story in there is you can be doing everything right, and forces outside of your nature can come on and change the trajectory of where you planned you were going, right?
Sure.
And so then at that point, then where do you go? And are you really because after that, regardless, either way you see the story, regardless, she's just like seen as a monster.
Yeah.
Whether she started out as a monster or she was turned into a monster, she is seen as a monster by all around her. And she's like, I know I'm a monster. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go hang out by myself. Like, just leave me be. I'm not going to do anything bad, because she wasn't sitting there like cursing the world or anything like that. But she was like, one of the things I think of, and I'm sure many people don't, but I think that she was sitting there and she's like, I'm not ugly to me.
Okay.
The only time I'm ugly is when other people look at me, And I kind of, it's like, it's how people see her that made her who she was. It wasn't who she was that made her who she was. So I just find her character so very, very fascinating and sad. However, there's so much strength in her character that I can't not pick Medusa as my favorite character. Either story you go, if you go with what people call the original story or the story that is more frequently told.
Either
today.
one, she ends up just want to hide out. Don't mess with me.
Either one, she's not doing anything bad.
She's just hanging out, being snake-headed.
And then someone's like, hey, psst, why don't you go kill that thing?
Oh, and then she turns him to stone.
Well, yeah. They're like,
not having it.
Oh, let's capture that thing. That monster. Ew, that thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, dude, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I'd be good. And then, nope, dude, you had to come. I didn't tell you to come.
Yeah.
You had to come.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to defend myself, right? Like, it's like, that's how I think that's how a lot of people are. Is like, I'm not going to go and attack you, but if you come, I'm here.
Okay.
Don't come on me. Don't step on me. I'll turn you into stone.
Okay.
And unfortunately, as we all know, she was destroyed by Perseus, but what I learned today, which I didn't know before,
Oh.
was after her head. And of course, the big story is that he would go around Perseus, walk around with her snake head, and like, that was his trophy, and he'd kill things, or turn things into stone, whatever.
It still worked?
Yeah.
The head of the dead
Yes.
Medusa
Yes.
still functioned as a stone statue making object.
Yes. Yes.
But not.
But not like that. Like, because you could put it in a bag, cover it up, no one could see it, right?
Just carrying a head around. That's weird.
They were weird. Anyhow, but out of her head
Okay.
came two creatures.
Oh.
One is the Pegasus.
What?
They're like, this is Poseidon's baby. A little Pegasus coming out of her
Just a
neck.
little Pegasus.
And then there's another one that they have.
Big Pegasus.
Well, it ends up, being a big Pegasus.
Okay.
And there's another one, and there's many different stories of what that other creature was, but it's the Pegasus' sibling. It could have been a boar with wings, could have been a human.
A Pegasus? That was good.
Yeah, that is good.
That was
no,
good.
there is a name, and I can't pronounce it, and I'm not going to try.
That's fine.
But anyhow, though that's my favorite character. Even though she ended tragically, she lives on because she was. And
Wow.
that's what I've got.
I mean, okay. I think we both made some pretty solid arguments tonight. I'm
so.
proud of ourselves.
Yeah.
That was a good one. We should do more Greek mythology because I enjoy it.
We might.
I think we need more mythology in our podcast.
I think we enjoy these little story rundowns.
Plus, I'm almost for sure guaranteeing somebody out there is learning something.
Yeah.
Which is exciting.
If it is to Google on your own.
That you could do that. Well, you gotta stop saying the word. Just search. Use the word search. That's all you gotta say.
Yep. Well, that's the fight. The fight is who picked the better character.
Yeah.
Obviously me with
Or
Medusa.
which is the better character.
Yeah, which is better. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Which one do you prefer? And how do they vote for that, Luke?
Well, they would vote for me by going to Spotify in the poll. And that's the best way.
That's possible.
We still technically would take any social media submissions. It's just harder to keep track of them because we have too many of the socials.
Comment everywhere.
Sure.
We love your comments.
Yes.
And even if you think that maybe it's not the nicest comment, I have had some that I've really liked,
Okay.
Even if they might not be, they're fun. I like it. I enjoy good ribbing, and I enjoy ribbing him a little. So
That's
good.
true.
So comment on our socials. Comment in our on the episode.
It's called the podcast.
There you go.
It's a podcast. It's a podcast.
And then you should share this.
Yes, definitely tell your friends.
Share it. Yep. And then like it, rate it.
All those things.
If you have an idea you want us to discuss.
If you're in Chile and you want to tell your neighboring countries, we'll take them.
Yeah. Yes, please. Or your neighbors within your country.
Yeah.
But anyhow, then, just catch us wherever you catch us.
Yeah.
And if you have an idea, write to us.
Yeah.
At arguingeverather.
In a letter.
In gmail.com. It doesn't matter. Writing, whether it's via email or what have you. Or if you're like...
I just like they always say write a letter.
Well,
but you're right. I'm sorry. Okay. If you had snakehead, you'd turn me to stone right now, wouldn't you?
I would. I don't know.
All right. Arguingeverafter@gmail.com. I'm sorry.
Thanks so much.
See you next time. Bye.